Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Let go of the past. Feel the wisdom in your years. After the age of 50, something quietly begins to shift. The world slows down, not outside, but inside you. You start to see through things that once excited you. The noise fades. And what's left behind is truth. Not the kind you read in books, but the kind you feel in your bones. Truths you wish someone had told you sooner. Truths that change how you look at love, time, people, even yourself. Today, I want to share 10 emotional truths that reveal themselves after 50. And once you hear them, you might just see your life through a new, softer lens. So sit back. Let your heart be still. This message is for you. Chapter 1, You won't need as many people as you once thought. In your younger years, it feels important to belong. To be liked. To be surrounded. To never be alone. But after 50, you begin to understand that not everyone is meant to stay. And not everyone deserves to. The dozens of friends begin to dwindle. The party becomes quieter. And the silence becomes healing. You realize something important: you don't need many people. You just need real ones. The kind that listen when you don't have the words. The kind that show up not just when it's easy. You learn to let go of those who drain you. You stop explaining your worth. And most of all, you learn that solitude is not loneliness, it is peace. Repeat this softly to yourself: I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. 2. Peace will matter more than success. In your 20s and 30s, you chase dreams, promotions, recognition, more. And then, something changes. One morning, you wake up. And all you want is a cup of coffee on a quiet porch. A walk without checking the time. A moment where nothing hurts. You realize that peace is the real prize. Not the applause. Not the title. Not even the money. It's the ability to sleep without anxiety. To smile without pretending. To be without needing to prove. After 50, peace becomes your new definition of success. And suddenly, your life becomes simpler, and far more beautiful. Repeat this softly to yourself: I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. 3. Real love becomes clearer and rarer. At 50, you no longer fall for fireworks. You fall for warmth. For safety. For quiet loyalty. You stop chasing those who leave when it's hard. You begin to cherish those who stay even in silence. Real love, you learn, does not always look like passion. Sometimes, it looks like showing up. Like a hand on your back when you feel weak. Like someone remembering how you take your tea. You realize you'd rather have one person who truly loves your soul than 100 who only like your surface. And that's when you start loving differently and being loved differently too. Repeat this softly to yourself: I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. 4. Letting go becomes an act of strength. You used to think holding on was strength. Now you know it's often the opposite. After 50, you let go more often. Of people who no longer respect you. Of expectations that exhaust you. Of pain you carried for far too long. You stop reopening old wounds just to prove a point. You stop waiting for apologies that never come. You understand that letting go is not about giving up. It's about giving yourself the chance to breathe again. And in that release, you find something unexpected. Freedom. Repeat this softly to yourself, I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. 5. Time becomes your most precious currency. In your youth, time feels endless. You waste it casually. But after 50, you begin to feel it. You notice how fast birthdays arrive. How quickly children grow. How suddenly people leave. You stop tolerating anything that wastes your time. Arguments, drama, meaningless obligations. You want your time to matter. To be spent on people who feel like home. On mornings filled with sunlight. On moments that make you feel alive. You realize, time is your most sacred treasure. And you begin to spend it like it is. Repeat this softly to yourself, I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. 6. The past won't haunt you if you make peace with it. We all carry regrets. But after 50, you learn the difference between remembering and reliving. You begin to forgive yourself. For what you did not know. For what you could not fix. For the times you stayed too long or walked away too soon. You realize, you did the best you could with the heart you had. And that is enough. You stop wishing to change the past. And instead, you use it to grow softer, wiser, kinder. Because healing is not about forgetting. It's about learning to look back without pain. Repeat this softly to yourself, I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. 7. Loneliness visits but it can also teach. Loneliness comes after 50, sometimes quietly. You lose people. You retire. Your phone rings less. But loneliness has something to teach you if you let it. It teaches you how to sit with yourself. To know your own heart. To find your own light. You begin to talk to yourself with kindness. You learn to enjoy your own company. You become your own best friend. Loneliness is not always a curse. Sometimes, it's the doorway to knowing yourself more deeply than ever before. Repeat this softly to yourself, I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. Chapter 8, Your Health Isn't Guaranteed. Prioritize it. After 50, the body starts whispering then shouting. Aches that weren't there before. Energy that fades faster. Sleep that becomes more sacred. You realize, your body is your home. And you must care for it not out of fear, but out of love. You begin to eat better, move more. Say no to stress. Not to live forever. But to live well, while you can. Health becomes a spiritual practice. A way of honoring the life still inside you. Repeat this softly to yourself, I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. 9. Saying no becomes easier and powerful. After 50, you stop saying yes just to please others. You learn the cost of overextending yourself. Of betraying your own needs. You say no more often now. No to people who only take. No to invitations that feel like pressure. No to roles you no longer want to play. And that no is not rejection. It's self-respect. Each time you protect your peace, you reclaim a part of yourself. Repeat this softly to yourself, I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. 10. You finally learn that you are enough. Perhaps the most powerful truth after 50 is this, you are enough. Not because of what you're done. Not because of who you're pleased. Not because of how you look or how much you earn. But simply because, you are still here. Still growing. Still loving. Still learning. You are enough, even on your quiet days. Even when no one is watching. You are enough, exactly as you are and always have been. Repeat this softly to yourself, I am allowed to choose peace. I am no longer here to please everyone. I am enough. These 10 truths are not just lessons. They're gifts. Unwrapped slowly with age, with heartbreak, with healing. If you're reached this stage in life, you are not lost. You are not late. You are arriving at a deeper, softer version of yourself. And that is beautiful beyond words. Keep shining. The world still needs your light. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Let go of the past. Feel the wisdom in your years. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more timeless wisdom. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Reading your comments give us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoy this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you for spending these moments with us. Stay strong, stay wise.